Okay, today is September 30th. It's a nice day. Well, we finished this a while ago. Standing these 6x6 is 16 feet high. So this entire area is bedrock, 100% bedrock. Everything is on bedrock. So I had different ideas I was thinking about, but I finally decided to use these anchors. I don't know if I can show you, but this here, this screw is temporary. It's gonna be nailed with a structural screw, but I don't really need it, but I'm gonna nail it with a structural screw anyways. And this we drilled number 11 M bar, 10 M bar. I forgot the M bars now. The same size as that rebar. There's that piece at the bottom of this here. We drilled, we put this on it, we drilled, and we put it inside. So this, in terms of sideways, it should not go anywhere. So now this is just temporary. Once everything is put together, once everything is framed, we're gonna put 6-inch concrete. We're gonna bury that in 6-inch concrete, and that should hold everything. The plan is to drill number 10 rebar through there, and sideway too, and put number 10 rebar across in both sides, and it should hold it, right? It should hold hurricane winds once the concrete is in for the bottom, right? For the top, the plan is, this is temporary holding it. We're gonna have a crisscross going across, and that will hold the strengths sideways, and then the strengths going forward and back, it will be held by the diagonals, so it's not going nowhere. And all these, by the time everything's finished, these anchors will be removed. Now it just so happened, the way the landscape is, the lowest point is over here, so we're gonna run, that gives us about 30, my plan was 12 feet. The top of that will give us 12.5 feet of the opposite. If you think of the hypotenuse triangle in high school, so this is the opposite, and then the ground is the adjacent. So the height of the opposite would be 12.5 feet by 12.5 feet. That should give me my 45-degree angle. The ideal angle for this area is 46. I looked it up on the internet, 46 degree, but 45 is not bad. I'll live with that. I was planning to make it 13.5 high by 12 wide. That would give me 46 degree by using tangent, but it would give us 45. So we're gonna run 2x10 lumber across, all the way across, and we're gonna lay those 20 feet metal pieces diagonally, and find the bottom part, measure the angle, find the bottom part, and then start anchoring the bottom piece across there. And this, as you can see right now, is 3 o'clock, and the 4 o'clock, the sun is facing due west. So if I'm standing facing this way, I'm still getting enough of the sunlight. You can see you're getting enough of that sunlight. There's no shadow in this area whatsoever. So in the summertime, no shadow whatsoever. In the winter time, that tree might be a little bit of shadow, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. It doesn't look bad so far, right? Like I said, this will give me enough sunlight for everything. It's situated almost straight through north, and it's gonna get enough sunlight. Okay, that is the project. We're just holding it for now. We want to finish the inside, drywall and mudding and painting. Once that's done, we're gonna come back here. This should not take us a day. The trench is dug already. I'm gonna put a French trench pipe, and gonna run the PEX underneath it. So the maximum PEX temperature can hold is 175 Fahrenheit, 178 Fahrenheit. If I'm running my heat at 130, Well, I'm trying to heat my tanks at for radiant floor heating at 104 Fahrenheit, and then my hot water tank at 110. So it should give me enough to heat my system. I don't need more than that. So my PEX tubes should handle that, right? No problem. So I plan to use PEX tube. I did not. This came from China. This tube came from China. I think this is made out of stainless steel. I'm gonna use this stainless steel one from China. I'm gonna use this. I don't have enough, so I'm gonna use it, and I don't want to have a joint inside of the trench line. I want to have one pure run in the trench line. Probably I'm gonna use this in the outside from the PEX. So inside of the trench, I dug this trench, by the way. Oh, fell apart some places. That's fine. Anyways, I dug this trench. Oh, it's falling apart now. That's fine. It's been raining. So yeah, this there is methane gas in here, and this is about 3 feet deep in some places 2 feet deep, and more than enough to for the glycol not to freeze in the winter time. Even if it freezes, it's still fine. So I'm gonna bury PEX instead of this stainless steel. The stainless steel, I keep it outside. I'll keep it as it's entering the building. I'll use it in that part. But that's just, I have everything planned out. I just gotta put it together for my glycol system, thermal heating system. It's not October yet. The whole month of October, it's not bad as long as I dress up. I can get this done. But I don't think it will take me more than a day when I give it 100%. But right now, we got Samson working on the mudding. I mudded few myself, not much, but Samson mudded majority of them. I mudded few of them, and we're ready to sand. So mudding is complete everywhere. I think some places are sanded down. Just waiting for the sanding machine to arrive today. Got it from on Amazon. It looks promising, so we'll see. Another thing is, someone suggested to me this could be a good note to do. Someone suggested to me this is the 3/4 inch plywood, and would have been more than enough for the structure of the building, but I wanted to make it much stronger, and I went with 3/8 on top of it. But it's been a headache ever since. I should have never used it, but because now I decided to use it, lumber became so expensive. I changed my mind. Now I'm changing my mind back, because now I don't want to have any transitions. I want to have straight planks, no transitions in the house. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to buy this one. It went down in price, so I'm gonna lay on top another one, even though I don't want it. Right? This is 3/8. It causes a lot of issues. For one thing, it is OSB. On top of what? On top, most of the floor is not OSB, plywood. By putting OSB, I'm risking water damage. If there's water damage, it's gonna swell. So one of the problems you can see here, I don't know if you can see it, it's been swelling. This is the swell, and I gotta cut it. So some places it's swell up. You can see here, it was sticking up. So we had to cut it and redo it. So I cut it, made a relief point here all around, and pushed it down, glued it and screwed it. So now I have to do a majority of the places. Like this is one of them. You can see the floor move, right? If water gets in, it swells up. So not a good idea It was my peer, my friend's idea to do this, and it's not good. So as long as, I mean, if my floor swell up in the future, I know that there's water inside. Maybe that could be a positive point for it, right? Because I'm gonna make sure everything is level. You can see how level this floor is. I mean, this is I would say, and I'm gonna brag here, and I would say it's because of me, because I made sure my beam outside my floor beam, I used laser to measure, and I was like within a hairs of a distance, a hairs of gap to make sure it's level. So I worked so hard to make sure everything is level in this building, measured things million times, and when it was put together, I was very impressed of myself, like including that beam there, recovering it. Well, it's coming across through there, you can see it, you know. I worked so hard to make sure those posts, also as hidden posts, are all straight, right? And that's why this floor is level, and that's amazing. You can see also the HRV, the ERV is coming. It should be coming today. Wow, Rick has made a lot of progress here. So this is coming down. I think this is the return for HRV. It's coming down here. It's going to be right about here. This is my entrance to the attic. You can see how the attic looks like. Hey Rick!
Yeah.
Say hi to the camera. Wow, what an amazing plumbing. Is it I used to get scared. HVAC system Rick is installing here. Let's see if I don't fall. And so he finished this is HRV, the supply side. So 6-inch coming in, and this is splitting to one of the bedrooms, a supply. Another one, hopefully I don't fall, going that way to one of the bedrooms, and we got another one over there. Let's see. Another one going that way. And you got another supply here, 6 supplies. Finally, one big supply to my living area, right? Our living area. And then we got 5 returns. One return in the kitchen. This is the one of the return. And so he's putting together the return. Once he puts the returns together, it's complete. It feels nice here. This is a 8 feet high ceiling of by 50 feet deep by 13 feet wide. Space I could use in the future, but you can see how Adam's trying to hold that gable end so it doesn't go nowhere. Otherwise it's just a straight truss, simple truss, every 19-inch, and then there's a big opening over there. So I thought about this again and again, and make sure that there's enough supply of air. Like Rick has been advising me to make sure I supply my airs at 6-inch as much as I can, and then drop it to 4-inch whenever. So there's a return just going along the wall here in both sides, and there's a supply going along here on the other side, and then they just branch off to at 4-inch, the T and branch off. One thing is the inspector came and inspected and told me that these things have to be insulated with poly. So this is polystyrene here. This is poly here, and this one air gap. There's an air gap here that provides R10, I think. And this reflects any radiation, so keep this as warm as possible. Plus, because these are buried inside of insulation, it will be like insulated at 60, so there won't be any loss of energy. If there's any loss, it would be through here, but it's at least I have R10 temporarily for this year. Next year I plan to make this wall R20 insulation. So when that happens at R20 insulation, it would make this inside of conditioned space, and that means not gonna lose any more of energy. So it makes the house even more efficient. The house is already feels so efficient in terms of energy. Like, yeah. So thank you, Rick, for the work. Appreciate it.